This right here is a scale 118 Land Rover Discovery SE by Motormax. And before I get started here, I just want to say that thank you for everyone's patience. I know it's been a long time since I've done the last video. It's been extremely hectic for me, so over the last couple of weeks. But I promise I'll keep doing this. It's these long breaks in between the videos are kind of cyclic, so we'll see. But anyway, so let's get into this. Get back to this here. So this Land Rover Discovery, it has full suspension. All the doors open, and yes, very rare in a SUV. This is why I like this one so much. Has the back door that actually opens, as well as the trunk. So features are pretty accurate on this car. Wheels do turn with the steering wheel. This license plate is not going to come with the car. Now this car comes in different colors. There is a green, as well as I believe a blue, the silver, as you see here. I'm not sure if the blue or the green is still being sold, or this for that matter. This is a pretty old Motormax, but it is. You could probably still find it on eBay, so this is still relevant. Okay, so let's get into the details here. Engine, pretty realistic. It's not the absolute best I've seen, but it's not one plastic piece that we see. There is a little bit of depth in it. All the detail is there. The engine block here is mostly all plastic. I'd like to see some wires that are sticking up, but whatever. This car was about $26, so it's a pretty good value. There's the headlights, the halogen headlights. You can even see the halogen bulb in it. No peg, very good. Looks like it's glued on the outside, I really can't tell. Land Rover logo there. And same thing with that headlight. Foggers. Pretty nicely detailed wheels. It's got the Land Rover in the middle. Now it is nice to see the brake disc actually does move with the wheel and the caliper stays in place. So that's accurate. Now because this is a Land Rover, I would have expected the wheels to be a little bit more aggressive, but it looks like it has the standard all-season tires on it. Not 4x4 tires, definitely not. That's not a real light. Mirrors pretty sturdy. On the inside here, now there are some differences here compared to the car when it came stock. This right here was added. This is kind of a wood grain texture because this is an SE trim, I found out, so it needed a little bit of detail. Also, this middle console here as well as here, this had no color whatsoever. So using a metallic permanent marker, a metallic Sharpie, my brother actually did a pretty good job, just giving some color to the buttons, because it really did need a little bit. Because otherwise this Motormax is really dull on the inside. None of the buttons were colored in. You can see the color of the plastic on the dash is really, I don't know, I'd actually say ugly, because it's like a faded see-through plastic kind of yellow color, and that's not really matching what the actual Land Rover has on the inside. It's close, but it's a little weird, and you can see the differences here because this has been affected by the sun. This hasn't. These were originally the same colors. Now you have two different parts of the interior of the car that are actually different colors, and it's weird. You can see the seats, not very good. Not too much detail. Sometimes you see the imprints down here of the leather and whatever, but not this. It's lacking some detail in here, like I notice. Doors, same thing, all that one piece of plastic. Right here. The sticker on the dashboard. And look, they even have the stock, the same color as the console. Buttons not colored in here. Those actually could be colored in. Now, these doors eventually do get weak. Not very well put together. We zoom out here. See, that doesn't actually close properly. It does have glass here though. Again, not much detail back there. Same problem with the door. It does have seatbelts though. That same faded plastic look on the seats. Not too bad. It's got 7 seats. Now this right here can very easily break off. You can see this was glued actually once before. So you really have to be careful with this. Make sure it doesn't fall. Underneath, detail is pretty good. You see the transmission there, everything is raised off the bottom. I would like to see a little more color. It is that same black plastic piece that I always mention. With this being a silver car, I would expect that to be silver under there. But it still looks fine. Everything else is good. You got the gas tank here, exhaust. I don't have a problem with it. This being a Motormax, you'd expect it to be pretty bad actually back there. But now, one last note that's unique about this car is it's very, very airy in there. You got two sunroofs as well as the 2 sides here. I really like these things. These look really cool. Very, very interesting. It's kind of rubber. And it rolls pretty nicely. So that right here is the Land Rover Discovery SE by Motormax. This is a pretty rare car right now, especially considering that it's an SUV that has all the doors that open, and it's also a budget car. So if you're looking for an SUV, yes, it has its flaws, especially on the interior, a lot of lack of detail, but the exterior looks just fine. Everything's in the right place. The headlights are pretty good, the wheels are pretty good, the underbody's good, everything, metalwork, paint, it's all good other than the interior. So if you can ignore that, this is a great car for you. Thanks for watching.